New regime in New England, 2024 draft haul for Elliott Wolf. Damien, your initial thoughts?
I mean, I think they did a great job, right? You know, not only getting your franchise quarterback, but then also getting him some weapons. Remember, we talked about this entire process coming in. No matter who you draft at quarterback, you have to do what you didn't do for Mac Jones. And that's getting him some viable, young, athletic receivers. And they were able to do that. I think Drake Maye, as we both know, has all the tools that you look for. We've seen the comps of Josh Allen and Justin Herbert. He has that type of skill set, blending them athleticism, size, frame, and arm talent.
Yeah, you mentioned the receivers that they added. Javon Baker, Jalen Polk. They even added a guy I really like the addition value-wise. In the 7th round, in Jaheim Bell, a flex talent out of Florida State. But I really want to focus on Javon Baker, post Jalen Polk. And Javon's someone that people love watching him at UCF, but I love what I saw at Alabama as well, as far as a kid that was highly recruited, goes down to UCF in that John Reese Plumlee-led offense to where, look, he's an excellent football player. Separation, we always talk about it, but it always translates from the college level to the NFL level, and Drake Maye needs more weapons. He did not have the luxury of what Sam Howell had in North Carolina around him consistently, where his top target this year was a wide receiver tight end hybrid and Bryson Nesbitt down there in Chapel Hill. So I love the Jalen Polk ad, like the Jaheim Bell ad. But the tackle class a little bit got a little interesting for New England on day 2, taking a guy like Caden Wallace, who's a guy that was at Shrine from Penn State. Your thoughts on Caden Wallace?
I feel that was a 3rd round. Yeah. I felt like that was a little bit too high for me. You know, a little bit of a reach. I know that I think Elliott Wolf said that he believes that he's athletic enough to play left tackle because remember that was a position of need for them coming into this draft after bringing back Michael Onwenu, who's supposed to play that right tackle spot. If it hits, great, but I just don't know if it's an impact player right away, especially because he played right tackle at Penn State.
I agree with you. And also Layden Robinson, grabbing him from Texas A&M. Wide-bodied kid, extremely strong in his lower half. He's going to challenge guys like Antonio Mafi, Sidney Sow, guys that they drafted last year. Yeah. But let's get into the overall draft grade for the New England Patriots.
C+ overall. You know, I mean, of course, getting, as we just talked so well about the quarterback and the receivers, but that reach in the 3rd round was a bit much for me. That kind of dropped this grade in overall. But I think they did a good job being able to get their quarterback and get some young weapons in the exact same draft.
I think that's the biggest thing. We always talk about quarterbacks and their surroundings, correlating surroundings, not just what's on the outside, but also keeping Drake Maye protected and allowing him to continue to grow. But also, can't forget they added another quarterback in this draft in Joe Milton from Tennessee. Big-armed kid, good scenario to come in, and potentially you never know what could happen down the line. We see it every year to where our expectations for players and guys can outplay guys on the depth chart.
New England is really big on this. They've done it for so long. Even with Tom Brady, they would take day 2 and day 3 quarterbacks to try and develop and then flip them to another team that's looking for a young starter. So that's a situation that Joe can thrive in.
Absolutely. Competition never hurts. The debut draft for Elliott Wolf in 2024. Let's see if they can compete in a loaded AFC East here in 2024.